Has anyone ever wondered why they are required to take a difficult math class or science class if you do not want anything to do with it? Why should I have to take this difficult math class? I do not want anything to do with math when I grow up. Some of us have probably made this argument or something similar to it before. Why are we forced to take classes that do not relate to our major? Growing studies find that some of the most respected schools are not requiring core classes for students, and I think all schools should follow. One of the most respected schools in America, Brown University, requires zero core subjects to graduate, according to a survey done by America Council and Trustees. It's surprising to see one of the nation's top universities not require you to take such classes, but then again, is it? I did a research study that was sent to friends and family to see people's opinions on core classes, and it is evident that the participants believe core classes should be optional in college. In the survey that was sent to friends and family, I received 42 responses. 38.1% of responses said that these core classes should be at least optional. Some participants also added that this added stress distracts them from what really matters to them and would rather focus on something they love and not stress over something that is not adding to their success in their field. These core classes can have serious mental effects on students. Say you are in a position where you have hours of homework in a class that you dread and not so much in a class that you love. What are you going to do first? The class that you love, right? Heavy workloads in classes that don't relate to their major is going to seem pointless and will most likely drop their grade in the class due to lack of interest. Why would a student have to take a class that they are not interested in? You need to take the classes that relate to your major so much more than any other classes. There is a saying that says, luck favors the prepared one, which basically means that the more prepared person will always get the job. Why spend time in pointless core classes when you could be preparing yourself better for the future? Participants in my survey also stated that they stress more about core classes than they do about courses needed to fulfill their major. That is an issue. Bad grade in a class that you dislike can lead to a decline in mental health and feels like you're in a hole that you can't get out of. That is not how your money should be spent. A lot of the reason for wanting core classes to be optional is actually due to money. Many argue that it is their money the school is getting, and therefore the students should choose whether they want to take those classes or not. Many students I talked to after the survey stated that they thought they were wasting money at times because they were toiling over classes that do not relate to their majors. Taking the courses that relate to your major the most are only courses that you need and should only be focused on. Average private school education is $38K and public in-state is $10K, while out-of-state is $22K, according to U.S. News. With the average cost of school tuition rising every year, taking the class you want to take is especially important. This is very different from high school, where in high school all you really have to choose from are core classes with minimal electives. It is different being dragged through a class when you know there's very little you can do about it, but when you are getting a college education and paying large amounts of money and have a much wider selection of classes, you should not have to take these core classes. To conclude, I know we do not have much of a say in the requirements for school, but core classes only stress students out. You are meant to learn at school, and when you are being dragged through a class you are uninterested in, it can make life harder in many ways. This is causing more harm than help, and something needs to be done.